Yeah, we're going to go with the first way you worded the question and say a firm is upside down in the position Jeremy is in right now.
So if he flips over, it'll be right side up.
That's how it works.
This is Artemis Mission Control. We're currently 2 days, 5 hours, and 3 minutes into the Artemis 2 mission. Currently on your screen, you're seeing a live look inside the Orion spacecraft, which is named Integrity, and it was named Integrity by its crew. The crew is currently working through a pre-lunar flyby cabin configuration activity. All 4 of them are working to deploy various cameras and equipment that will be used during the flyby, which is planned for flight day 6 of the mission. They'll also be adjusting the spacecraft's lighting and positioning of each crew member to ensure that all of the equipment, cameras, as well as the individual placement of each of them works and will be seamless during the flyby observation period. After this cabin configuration activity is complete, NASA astronaut Christina Cook, who you currently see on the left-hand side of your screen, will then work on a Deep Space Network Emergency Communications DFTO, or Developmental Flight Test Objective, and during this test objective, Christina will conduct a checkout of the emergency communications system while connected to the Deep Space Network. The Deep Space Network, or DSN, is NASA's international array of giant radio antennas that support interplanetary spacecraft missions, plus a few that orbit Earth, and it provides radar and radio astronomy observations that can improve our understanding of the solar system and the larger universe. And there you can see on your screen that the crew just turned out the lights on the Orion spacecraft. So now it's quite dark. And again, they are adjusting the lighting as part of that lunar flyby cabin configuration activity so that they can test the lighting as well as all of the camera equipment that will be used during the lunar flyby. And there on your screen now you can see an exterior view of the Orion spacecraft, and this view is coming to you from one of the solar array wing or SAW cameras on the Orion spacecraft. The Orion spacecraft has 4 solar array wings, and each of those wings has its own camera that provides various views throughout the mission.
Houston Integrity, just one note for PCDs. We're going to need to route power cable since we're down to 3 PCDs, so just keep that as a tracking item that we're going to need to do in the next day.
Houston copies.
This is Artemis Mission Control. You just heard some communication related to a PCD. That stands for Portable Computing Devices, which are basically the tablets that each of the crew members uses to track their timeline and other various activities throughout the mission.
Integrity Houston, we know you're having some important conversations there. I wanted to let you know we're a couple minutes from the official start of the EMERCOM DFTO, but we could probably push that by 5 minutes or maybe up to 10 if you need it.
Okay, copy. I think we're wrapping this up now. I think we've learned a lot.
This is Artemis Mission Control. You're once again seeing a live look inside the cabin of the Orion spacecraft. There in the center of your screen is NASA astronaut Christina Cook, and to the left is NASA astronaut Victor Glover. The crew is currently wrapping up a pre-lunar flyby cabin configuration activity, and during that activity they deployed several cameras and other equipment that will be used during the lunar flyby, which is planned for flight day 6. And they also adjusted the spacecraft's lighting and the positioning of each crew member. Following this activity, NASA astronaut Christina Cook will complete a Deep Space Network Emergency Communications Developmental Flight Test Objective, which will basically be a checkout of the emergency communication system on board the Orion spacecraft while connected to the Deep Space Network, which is an array of giant radio antennas that support interplanetary spacecraft missions. In addition to that activity, NASA astronaut Reed Wiseman and Victor Glover will also finish completing some checkouts of medical devices on board the Orion spacecraft. They did complete some of these checkouts earlier in the day, so they just need to wrap out a few final checkouts for that activity.
Integrity Houston, before we start the EMERCOM DFTO, we have a couple of timeline sync-up items to get you continuing on with the timeline while that DFTO is happening.
Go ahead.
Hey, Christina, for the avatar photo, while you are doing the historical photos, we'd also like you to take note of the lights, and if and when we've got either the EMERCOM or afterwards, just call down a quick light status for us. We didn't catch one this morning. And then second, I think we'd be interested in status on if folks got to the med device checkout at all yet. And with the trouble with the ECG this morning, we have uplinked message 3.03.06 ECG troubleshooting, and we would like that prioritized ahead of any remaining medical device checkout.
Okay, we can catch you up on some things. Medical device checkout is complete. Avatar photos are complete. For the avatar lights, they are all on, except for number 15.
We copy. And in that case, then the only other thing we'd be looking for is that message 3.3.6.
And POIC integrity for the avatar photos, those were taken about 2 hours ago.
Integrity Huntsville, we copy about 2 hours ago. Thanks so much.
And this is Artemis Mission Control here in Houston, Texas. There was some communication there between NASA astronaut Christina Cook and the Capcom or capsule communicator here on the ground, discussing some of the remainder of the activities for the day. And so Christina will be supporting a Deep Space Network emergency communications test.
Integrity Houston, our team on the ground is ready to step into the emergency comm DFTO when you are. And for your information, a few minutes ago, we put in a EPS cross tie just to cover us for some of the different attitudes we'll be in for the next couple of hours.
Copy. EPS cross tie is in for a couple hours, and I'm starting the EMERCOM DFTO now.
Copy. And Christina, I've got a couple of notes for you on the procedure when you're ready to copy.
Ready for your notes.
All right, a couple of nominal things to give you in the procedure itself. In instruction 15.1.5, you will want antenna 3. And in instruction 17.1.7, the answer is yes, we do want an attitude maneuver.
Copy all.
And then, Christina, the final item is